What's up? It's the Couch Pundies, two-man show. Um,
Yep.
the rivalries that are playing tonight, so I guess that's why it's a two-man show. What up, G?
What's up, Kai? I'm good, and you, man?
Nah, man, I'm not okay, bro.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
Well, I'm
Don't tell me
no,
about
like
this.
personally, I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's just that today is one of those days where you get bad news about your team, so you kind of like panic. We do this for real, dog. This is not just this is not just a like for fun thing, bro. There's emotions involved here, so you know what I mean.
And losing to G to be like the last thing ever.
Dude, yeah. So it's like you're giving your team so much crap, and then all of a sudden I can lose to you. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm
Bro,
alright with
you're not hearing. You know, if I knock you out, you won't hear the last of it, right?
that.
And the sad part is that you won't even use uh, your defenders and excuse because also don't have my defenders. I'm playing with the new defenders that came this year. So we both on the same square. I'm just saying. It's just that I think right now my defenders are more settled than yours. That's why it might be advantage Liverpool because they've been playing for about a month and a half now, and
Yeah.
they've been getting clean sheets and so on. But more or less, if you look at it, we're the same. We both lost our CPs, and that distracts the flow of the team. You understand? But then again, with Real Madrid's quality, you can bring a youngster and play the game of their lives today. I think
What?
your main goal today is to make sure Liverpool doesn't get an away goal.
Yo, bro. Anyway, you know what? Since we're on this topic, so we're just gonna start with the Champions League. I mean, tonight it's crazy. It's Madrid, obviously, versus Liverpool. Quarterfinal. First leg is at Real Madrid, and just to lay it up, I mean, today Varane got COVID.
From
Obviously,
where?
I have no idea, bro. And like, so Ramos is obviously he's got his knee injury. I think old age is catching up with him. Um, Kavala, he's always injured, that
Hazard?
boy. So now, dude, Hazard for me is a blessing. Like I tweeted today, I was like, you know what? For me,
I said.
Hazard being injured is a blessing in disguise because I just
Why
think he
can you add
just
that? Can you add one? Because Hazard loves Liverpool. He is Liverpool's what's this word I'm looking for? Like he's always targeting us. He's always scoring against us. You understand? And no matter how bad he can play, especially during his Chelsea games, he used to terrorize us. You understand?
yeah. But
So
at Madrid, he's not adding much, bro. Like he's literally not adding anything to us. Since we've signed him, we haven't gotten anything worthwhile. Um, we're getting glimpse and glimpse of it, and that's like in between matches, but nothing major. He's not scoring, he's not creating, he's not drawing defenders. For me, he's just a waste. Honestly, so I'm cool
is
with
it,
him.
is it because Real Madrid people, you guys are spoiled to a point where you used to players just performing immediately.
Dude,
You
it's
don't
like
give
high
them time.
level, bro. It's high level. You gotta be on top of the game, man, all time. But just before I proceed, man, we've got Silent Revolt joining us today. He's a guest. Before we
What's up?
You know what? I'm just gonna let him introduce himself, tell us which team he's brave enough to
Yeah.
support, and how brave he
Uh,
is to join us on the couch pundies, knowing what we about. So man, Kuli, let me leave it up to you, bro.
Yo, what's up, kids? How you doing?
Good man.
Good
Yeah,
you,
I'm tight.
Colin.
Nah, can't complain. Yo, so the thing is, every time someone asks me what team I support, I always have a bit of a laugh to myself because I know what's coming, right? uh, I'm for the Gunners, so I'm an Arsenal fan, and relax, relax. Yeah, so Gunners fan, EPL, and then obviously here. Pirates, and then La Liga, Barcelona. So, you can sort of tell what type of football I like.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
man,
so
welcome,
we could
Kuli,
say,
welcome.
yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure,
So
sure.
I'm
That's
kind
the
of
one.
like I'm kind of like facing my rivals today. Hey, I'm playing one today, and then over the weekend I'm gonna play Mkuli's team, and then come back and play you again. G, I've got like the worst time of my life.
And
You're in
guess
for
what?
a
We're
bit
gonna
of a
whoop you,
beating.
both of us.
What beat both of you?
Yeah, it's a fact. But you know what?
Man,
Yesterday I was so disappointed in Barcelona. We'll touch that when you get there. Like with all the attacking power, they have to score the last minute. I don't know what's happening. But I don't think Koeman is the coach for them. So, but but you know what? Since we've got a Ghana here, I think it's best that let's just get EPL out of the way. Then
yeah.
we can just talk Champions League. All right. Nicole, since you're a guest, we'll get your. How was the game? What do you think? The game about against me. By the way, I'm a Liverpool fan, so you
I
gotta know.
blessed. I got spanked. Clean, clean, clean. Yeah. So this was tough to watch. It was tough. Um, so Ateta had a plan, that was working all season, and well, not all season, but after Christmas, there was a bit of a turn after Christmas because before Christmas, Arsenal was a bit of a joke, and then so there was some sort of a plan, and it was working okay with Tierney on the left, Saka on the left, and sometimes on the right, and then Aubameyang and Lacazette used to switch, right? And with Ushaga in the middle, Shaka leaving that middle, it left us in shambles because the basic, even the build up. Arsenal has the thing where every time it builds up, Shaka drops and then creates a back three, and then those two wingers sort of push up and become wing backs, right? So in the build
Mhm.
up, it's always three against two attackers. So because the attackers try to close them down, right? But if it's three, there's a numerical advantage. So with Shaka going, no one else in that middle could drop there. So every time Liverpool was pressing, we'd press with two attackers, and we had nothing. We didn't know what to do. You know, so it was tough to watch. But the better team won.
but
Yeah,
but 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 Nicole, don't you think? You know what? I see. There's something I wanna ask you. I will touch it after. But I see a lot of Arsenal fans keep saying touch the process. Touch the process. I don't know. They having touched on it. But over the weekend, Ateta should have known the moment he played. Like he should have known Liverpool because he was City's second in charge when Liverpool
mm,
was formed against City. He became so he should know that how Liverpool press, how Liverpool attack, and playing
yeah,
from behind needs players that are fast. You understand? Like now, City is one of those teams that can play from the back and pass the ball very fast.
yeah,
You understand? So it was one of those that I felt like Arsenal were very slow, and they were still trying to stick to playing from the behind. You understand? Trying to play from the back. The goalkeeper passing the ball, putting them in a dangerous situation. Like I saw a stat that Lino hasn't contributed to an error to leading to a goal, but there's a lot of times where he's passed the ball, but he's put the
yeah,
players in a dangerous position where it causes a goal. You understand?
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel like Arsenal was not quick enough to pass that ball.
Yeah, we
And
couldn't
Liverpool
adapt.
is good. And Liverpool is so good at pressing. And now having Fabinho back, the moment you guys try to get the ball in the middle, Fabinho wins it. You understand? And there's no longer that pressure that used to be there on my center backs because he's already sweeping there. And the moment we win it, Trent is already passing, already counter attack. So I think maybe he could have maybe tried to change his style a little just to get the ball out quickly. You understand? Just try to count because this playing off the back might work against teams that don't press you.
It don't
But once you
press.
get
Yeah,
a
yeah.
team, because the moment Liverpool,
Ah,
the
give it a
technical,
chance. You
I don't
you're
think. I don't think it's a
analyzing
chance.
and asking questions and still commenting. Give the man a chance. Give the man a chance to answer what you've already said, bro.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't think you. I don't think you're being fair
By the
because
way, Nkuli, this is the couch Pundies, bro. There's no feedback. There's no way ask for permission. You just jump in. If somebody's talking nonsense,
yeah.
you jump in. What up,
I'm
Shush?
sure.
What's up, Shush?
Yo, what's up,
Welcome,
man?
Paul.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys
Nkuli,
hear
go
the
on.
baby shark. Do you hear the baby shark in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there might be some baby shark music in the background with my little boy, so don't mind that. Tell me
Nah,
if
no
it, if
Literally
it's
stress,
all of
bro.
Alright,
our,
bro. Story of our lives, bro. That's
all of
nothing
our
new to
lives.
see.
Don't worry. One of our listeners
Story
will
of
be
our lives,
popping
bro.
in now, so we used to
yeah,
it.
yeah. All right, peace.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you look objectively at this match, we didn't play out from the back. So if you look at the stats, we're just throwing the ball up, right? For this first time, the defensive passes per build up were more because we couldn't get out. It wasn't because we were trying to build out from the back. We didn't have the players to build out from the back. If you look at any Arsenal match, we always start the build up from David Luiz. David Luiz is the one that dictates if we play it long or if we pass it to Shaga, and then if we're playing it long or we're playing it short. But this match, Leno was the one deciding because Arteta doesn't trust Gabriel, and he also doesn't trust Holding, because you can't trust him, right? So the only other player that can play from the back is Rob Holding, but he's on the wing, you know, and so you can't also there's no way to play out from the back. But because Liverpool were playing out so high, the centre backs were almost in the center the entire time, which is why Aubameyang is a bit of a bust because like he has the pace. Well, why not use it? So I think we lost the match. One of my tweets before the match, I basically said Liverpool are going to play a high line, but the match will be won and lost in the midfield. And Arsenal lost the midfield battle from the first 5 minutes. Thiago did some things. Ceballos was busy chasing Thiago, but he couldn't get close. And if you can't get close, you're basically doomed, right? Because Fabinho is back, and Fabinho being back in the middle gives Liverpool the upper hand because now Thiago doesn't need to do all the other stuff. Thiago just needs to pass the ball. Boy, did he pass the ball, So I don't think it was an Arteta problem. It was a personnel problem. Kieran Tierney gets the injury, and we all know that he's our captain, not Trevor Scott, right? So with Tierney leaving the pitch and not having Wisha, so the three captains that Arsenal has is Bellerin, Shaka, and what's his face, Tierney. Those are the three captains, and none of them won the field the whole match.
Can I
This is
ask
why
something? Can I?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
I've got a question. Just before I forget it. So, do you think? Aubameyang is still? I don't know. You guys painted him as Jesus when he came. Do you think he's still that guy? He doesn't look like he's in it. He doesn't look like he's committed. He's just. It's like he doesn't care. Because I was literally watching the game and saying, but why isn't Aubameyang doing anything? There wasn't any emotional reaction. He wasn't. He wasn't marshalling the guys like he should, because as a captain, you understand, like you need to marshal the guys, especially when things aren't going well. So I don't know. I personally I feel like as much as Arsenal, you guys love him. I think it's done, man. I think it's cut. But that's just
Yeah,
my
so
opinion. I think it's finished.
if you want to be objective about Aubameyang, you need to look at Aubameyang from Dortmund, right? He's always had this persona of, well, so there are two types of leaders. There are the leaders that are so good at their job that they become the manager, right? You're so good at whatever job that you do, whether it's accounting or whatever, they keep promoting you. And then you become the captain or the manager or whatever. And then those are the guys that are born leaders. Regardless of how they play, they are going to lead, right? So these two different personalities are different. And you need to be consistent about that. Aubameyang from Dortmund was never a leader. He was the guy, he was wearing Batman masks every time he scores. You can't tell me that guy is going to be the captain of any team.
He's a man child, right? He's a man
Yeah,
child.
so he's the guy that adds the spice to the team. He's not the main guy. So even his body language has never been, even when he was scoring all the other times, he was never involved in matches. The only thing we need to do is give him the ball in the final third, and he does the thing, right? So giving him the
So
captaincy, I think it was
just a question on that. Just a question on that.
yeah,
Do you think he's playing in the right position in
fuck no.
Ateta's setup?
Oh shit. Can I swear? Sorry.
Yeah,
You
no,
say
go for
you
it.
say whatever
Go
you
for it.
want, bro.
Nah, fuck no. I don't think he's in the right position because most of that match he was playing as a wingback. He was chasing Alexander Arnold. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
money corner. Oh boy, yeah. So most of the match he was. Can you
No
No,
guys
no,
hear
no,
me?
stress.
no.
No
Go
stress.
for it. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Go ahead.
So, G,
Yes, sir.
what's your take, man? What's your take, bro? I mean, you
Yeah,
won.
Sam, are you gonna ask him what his take? This guy just had a 6-hour speech when I going on. What was he
Okay,
talking
then
about?
what's your take? What's your take, Mister?
And I was just asking. I found this guy like in a deep speech, and you want to ask him what his take still.
He was asking questions in a deep speech. Big G, being himself. You know how he is, bro. Wait, Trev, hit us up on the comments, bro. What's your take, nigga? Because Trev ain't never gonna come back on the show. He ain't never gonna show his face, but hit us on the comments. Let us know what you think.
Okay, let
Funny
me
you
give you
Um,
say
my
that.
five.
Remember one thing for you. Remember I said Arsenal will be the team that will get Liverpool back on form. I did
yeah.
say so,
Yeah.
and it happened.
Okay, you know what my problem with Arsenal has not like from a rivalry, none
Yes.
of that
What do
stuff,
you
but
support?
as a
What do you support?
football.
What does everyone support? I think we need to be on a level playing field. No, you support
Okay,
Liverpool. What does everyone support so I can diss you guys back?
I'm Liverpool.
K G is Liverpool, K is Real Madrid, and I'm United.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
I
I
knew
know
it.
who I'm picking on. Okay, cool. Go for it. Tell
So
us what you
so
don't like.
I think it's that they've struggled to play as a team. Do you understand? They've got some good players in there. I mean, if you get glimpses, every time, like you said, I'm a huge Kieran Tierney fan. I think that boy is magnificent. Do you understand? Saka also magnificent. I think he's injured, nah? He didn't play, nah? And you could see that he wasn't there because he's the one guy that usually takes responsibility. You understand? And then you get Lacazette who needs to be fed. Do you understand? He's not I'll go and make things happen. And then you get also Aubameyang, like you said. He's just he's a guy that if you give him the ball, he'll do stuff. But if he doesn't have the ball, he's not effective.
Yeah, he's not going to do
Um,
anything.
yeah, and I think that's the one thing that's been missing for them to gel. For them to come together and to play as a team and to because if like Pepe is not clicking, Lacazette, it becomes so dysfunctional. There isn't, and you're right. The middle field is where they were struggling a lot. Like it was dismal, bro. It was dismal. You're right. For the first time, I actually saw Thiago Alcantara run a match in the EPL because he was just having the time of his life, bro. You know what I mean? He could pick out passes. He was actually doing the thumbs up thing, and it made sense this time because always doing the thumbs
Yeah.
up thing, and you're like, why, bro? That pass was terrible. Why are you thumbsing up? You understand?
But
So
I
I
don't I
think
don't think you're being fair when it comes to Arsenal not playing as a team, right? The only time Arsenal has won this season is when they've been playing as a team. We
yeah, but
don't
how many times have they won?
we don't have a Bruno that single-handedly wins us every match, or a So I think you're playing reflection here.
No, I'm not playing
Arsenal
reflection.
Arsenal plays the only good thing about Arsenal is that they can play as a team. That's the only good thing about them. All of the goals, even if you go to YouTube, every single season they have all of these team
Ex-
goals that sort of
that's exactly what
make
I'm talking
sense.
about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you see them play together, passing the ball around, they're hot to play. Do you understand? That's why I'm saying the one problem
Exactly.
I've always had is that when they don't play like a team and then they become so disjointed,
Oh
they're
yeah, they
easy to
fall
beat. Do
apart.
you understand?
They
That's what I'm
fall
saying.
apart.
Because if you look in, even from the time where Unai Emery was there, whenever they'd pass the ball around, it'd be like poetry, bro. You understand? It would always travel,
But
move so
but
fast.
but,
Yeah.
Next
but
thing you
let me
know, it's
jump
a
in
goal.
there. I think the issue is that it's for me. I don't. You know me and coaching issues. I think it's a coaching issue. The way he set up the team, it can't play as a team. Like who's the general there? Is it Odegaard? He can't be. He's playing as a 10 up front. Um,
But you can only work with what you have, right?
there's
So this is why I
no,
pointed out
bro.
the
You have
Arsenal
to set
thing.
up the team based on the players that you have. I mean, if you think
But
about
which
it,
players are there?
Arsenal hasn't played like a team. They've got great team goals because they've got pretty skillful players that have what it takes to create that stuff. But there's no Arsenal identity to say
Are
Like
you
when
They
serious?
play out from the back and they are counter-attack team. But he's right.
But
What
they
is
try
Arsenal's
everything,
identity?
like they
you
try it,
guys,
and
That's
then
the
it's like
problem. They should
the
stop
it's like
first
there's
trying.
is
no
we
coach.
have.
It's like there's no coaching. It's just them.
What
Like,
are
hey,
you
bro, we
talking
ballers.
about?
This is what we're gonna
No,
do
no.
now. Like,
Okay,
Okay, you
it's
so
tell us
we need to
what
distinguish.
is Arsenal's identity? What is Arsenal's
Yeah.
identity?
Sure. So the first thing you said, yeah, was that we always get beat because we build out from the back, right? Are
You
you saying
try.
we don't?
You don't build out from the back. You try. You don't get it
Okay,
right.
so
Terrible.
okay, cool. I don't think that's objective because the matches that we have won, and there's quite a few. All of them were
against
won by
pop
building out from the
teams. You've
back.
always won
You know,
them against pop teams that don't pressure you. You know
did
what?
we not beat
You know
Liverpool
what?
this season?
No, wait. Let me hit you on
Did we
something
not
that you
beat
said.
Chelsea this
G
season?
said, G said you guys
Chelsea.
tried to build from the back and you couldn't do it, and this is why you lost, blah blah blah. And then you came back and said, no, but this game we didn't. We
Yes,
kept
man.
sending
Yes.
everything
That
up
was an
front.
identity.
A
Yes.
team that's got a specific identity plays that way, whether it's costing them or it's not. It's
Like
ingrained.
Okay, so
It's
Liverpool.
Aston
ingrained.
Villa.
It's the way they
Like
play.
Aston
Liverpool.
Villa. So
Liverpool could
Aston
be
Villa,
losing
right?
6, bro, but they still
Like,
press
like
from the front.
Liverpool, bruh. Like that's what we be saying the whole time. Trent keeps crossing, whether there's no strike or whatever. He just crosses. That's Trent. Trent and crossing. That's him.
So
It's in his identity.
when Liverpool lost Van Dijk, Matip, and Gomez, right?
They still
The
cross.
whole team changed. But the whole team didn't play the same way it does. I don't think you
They
guys are.
tried, but they couldn't.
They
They
tried,
tried, bro.
but then they
It's what
changed.
they
That's
do.
why Thiago was suffering, right?
They didn't change. That's
Because
what we were complaining about the whole time, that they losing because they still try to play as if they've got Van Dijk as defense there. In the meantime, they've got Henderson.
And Matip not being and what's Fabinho not being in the middle was a big problem for them because you can't press from the front if you don't have a strong holding midfielder. Because as soon as they break the midfield, it collapses. Do you understand? So with Fabinho being there, for them it's easier. They can press from the front because they know that they've got a reliable person who will hold down the fort in midfield. So I don't know, man. Like I personally want to know, what is Arsenal's identity? Like, what are they good at?
Okay, so Sharp. This is and the same energy. We need to keep it and ask it to Ghana Solskjaer, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you can ask anything that you want.
So Arsenal are in a transitional period, right? We can all agree. We need to
Oh,
sit very well.
For how long? How long have you guys been in?
About as long as Liverpool did when remember
I
when
knew he was gonna say
came out
that.
with- Yeah, so what are you talking about? Liverpool finished
No.
10th.
No.
Liverpool have finished worse than us for longer than us.
The moment I got Klopp, I
took you
improved.
3
There was
seasons.
no longer in transactional.
But it took you 3 seasons.
Okay.
How
Let's
many
say
managers
20.
did you change
Let's
so
say
far?
25 years.
He's got
then.
a fair point,
Let's say
bro. You're in
25 years.
transition from
For
Wait.
25 years.
Mudiay
Yeah,
with that
even
legend of your
Luis
guys,
Suarez left.
yours.
Brendan Rodgers, all the managers,
But
all
guys,
of them. I don't know.
But
we
guys,
didn't-
Gee, you've been in transition for 30
United,
years, bro.
United have been in a
Klopp on the
transition.
And he
second year
looks like
reached the
he's going.
final. You are aware of that, right?
And they look like
Klopp
they're
on the
going
second year
for
reached
another
final and got
transition.
top four.
They look like they're in another transition already. It's only 2 seasons, and they look like they need another transition.
Arteta won a trophy. This guy is losing trophy. Arteta won a trophy in his first season. We need to be consistent. So this is what I'm saying. Man United have been in transition since 2013.
Yeah.
Man United have no identity whatsoever. They hope Bruno's going to do something. They hope Rashford is going to do something.
No, man.
Sometimes
it's not.
There's no.
Look. We're a counter-attacking team. That's it. And if teams sit back, we struggle. It's not a secret. Everybody knows it. Because we play with pacey forwards. You understand? That's why we had to bring in somebody like Cavani, and players like Bruno to be creative. You understand? Because if you look at Man United now, the way they set up, it was always an instance of you either have Greenwood, Rashford, and Martial up front because we want to catch teams on the counter. Because that's exactly what we do. That's the identity that Man United have. We struggle
And
with
penalties,
teams that
right?
sit back. That it's not a secret. It's like honest, not a secret. We struggle. Look at the way we played against what's that? Brighton.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We struggled, bro. We struggled because what did they do? They hit us on the counter, scored one, and then they sat back. They were like, we're going to sit back the entire game. And we struggled until players like Bruno started making things happen. Because if it's at United, it's easy. If you're going to close Bruno down, do you understand? The majority of the team struggles. But if you've got Pogba in that side, it gives you a different avenue. You understand? It gives you a different avenue. And you need a player like Cavani who's clever, who runs in the box, which is something that Martial can't do. Martial is one of those, give him the ball and let him run at, you know what I mean? Run at them. That's what he's good at. So I think with United, it's a very simple thing, and it's something that needs to be worked on, is that we can't be a one-dimensional team. Do you understand? There's been moments where Ole has surprised people, especially if you look at the game against City. He surprised City. Do you understand? He didn't play the counter-attacking football. He didn't. There was a lot of passing. There was a lot of passing the ball around, and City struggled because they was expecting us to run at them, and then they would catch us on the counter. And it actually worked the other way around. They ended up attacking, and we passed the ball around. So I think that's the question that we're asking about Arsenal. What is their go-to plan? As if you look at the way the team is set up, that team, Aubameyang, Laka, and Pepe.
No.
What is the goal there?
So the optimal. So let me tell you the optimal Arsenal team when Arsenal has played the best. I'm sure you guys saw the second half against West Ham, ne? And I'm sure you've seen the game, all the games against Chelsea, the game even against United, right? So there was something happening there where the optimal Arsenal team does not have Lacazette and Aubameyang playing both. It's either one of the two, and you probably play better with
100%, yes,
up front, right? Because Lacazette, what he does is that not only can he score the odd goal, maybe a lucky goal, whatever, but he also contributes in the build-up. Arsenal is a team that relies heavily on the build-up. So this is why when we changed from Christmas, the first game we beat Chelsea, the difference was that we added Emil Smith Rowe there. And we said, get the ball and then run with the ball, give it to the right people, right? So the thing was, when you play the most optimal Arsenal team is when you have Partey sitting there with either what's his face, Xhaka. Well, right now Xhaka is the only person that we have, but what he does well is that he passes the ball very well. He can't do anything else, right?
I'm gonna cut it down. Arsenal is a team in transition. We're gonna give it 30 years. And then see how they go. After 30 years, we'll see if they.
I've got one more question.
I wanna pop something. And I'll pop something while we got an Arsenal fan. I mean, your guys' rival Tottenham is just. I don't know what's happening with Mourinho. So, I think my question is more on Mourinho. Let's forget Tottenham. I mean, all they've ever been good for is putting up pressure. But I mean, with Mourinho there. What's going on, guys? Like, is he deadbeat? Is it done? Is it like
with Tottenham or Mourinho? Mourinho, what's going on?
Mourinho, because I mean Tottenham's always been Tottenham.
That guy's using tactics from 2011. It's not gonna work, bro. It's simple as that.
Mourinho is a dinosaur.
Yeah, he's a dinosaur. He's using tactics from 2011, bro. You know, Mourinho needs players that are willing to die for him, and none of those Spurs players are gonna die for him. He needs your Samuel Eto'os. He needs your who's that that boy from Chelsea. Yeah, dog. That's the type of players he needs, and those players are not. That's why he bombed. That's why he also failed at United, because he didn't have players that are willing to die for him. Do you understand? Those players, like modern day players, bro, the tolerance of tactics that they don't understand, especially the ones that are not paying anything. It's very difficult. Bro.
But like my question is, man, I mean, he's got a pretty decent team, and then he's got two. I wouldn't say world class, but just a bar under.
Those guys are world class. If you're going to talk about Song and Harry Kane, those guys are world class.
And I'm saying you've got those two players, and then you've got the rest of the team. How damn are you not like, dude? Leicester's number 3. Like, fuck. Like, what does Brendan?
Because he wants to defend with 10 people, bro. You can't. That's tactics from 2000, bro. It's strange, bro. Like, I don't want to lie. That Mourinho thing infuriates me because he doesn't want to listen. Do you understand? It's starting to become weird. Like, if every player in every team is complaining about the same thing, that this guy wants to play me in a position where we understand that footballers, they have to work as a unit when they want to get the ball back. But you can't expect all of them to be behind the ball. The biggest thing about Song is that he's got pace for days, bro. You understand? He on a
Yeah.
counter he kills most people. But if you're gonna expect him to play right back, what is he supposed to do? Harry Kane is playing a 6. Do you understand that Harry Kane is playing a 6? And he's still
Yeah.
banging in goals. That's how good Harry Kane is. He's still banging in goals. But the biggest problem with Mourinho, I think his tactics, right? They're outdated, and he is a stubborn person. He's going to stick with them. I feared the same thing about Jurgen Klopp, but he surprised me in the weekend when he actually took out Robo and put in Diogo Jota. I actually stood up. I literally stood up and I applauded him with a beer in my hand, and my wife was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm applauding this guy because I don't like. It's so unlike him. You understand? He's always a switch. He's always a like for like guy. He'll switch a right back for a right back. He'll switch a center back for a center back. But the fact that he took that chance and he said, you know what, I'm going
Maybe
to
he's
take
been
Robert.
watching the couch pundies, eh?
Maybe, bro, maybe. But it was very impressed, and immediately that game blew wide open. Immediately, bro, it blew wide open because as a coach, you need to understand that your plan A is not always going to work. Do you understand? Your plan A is not going to work. You need to take risks. And I was very proud of Jurgen Klopp, and I was like, yo, if Jurgen carries on at this point, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble because he does have good players that can actually make things happen. Okay, I don't understand why you put that up, but he's got players. He's got players that can actually make things happen.
That's Trevor written all over it right there.
So I can tell you that. So Mourinho, tactics.
But just to add to that, I was also proud of Klopp. To say, and I was very proud of Klopp. He surprised me as well. I agree with you. He's one of, I never thought he was able to take risk. Playing the front four, remove the right back. So I hope he carries on with this creative thing because that's the only.
I think he will.
That's the only way to survive especially now. Yeah, especially we're so predictable. We've been worked out. And that's the biggest.
And that's the biggest threat about Man City. You never know what you're gonna get. Pep does whatever the hell he wants. He could literally put out a team without a striker. He does whatever the hell he wants. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But I think with Pep, it's good and bad because when it comes to Champions League, he overthinks it, changes, and it never works out. Sometimes with him, he needs to stick. He needs to stick to what he works. Like today, I hope he plays that 4-4-3-3 with the false 9 because it's been working for him. But knowing Pep, he might go changes around, plays 3-4-3. You never know with Pep, trying to mix it up.
I think against Borussia, look, they've got exciting young players that know how to attack, but that team can't defend for nothing, bro. Like it's very scary. Like it's scary that they can't defend. And then if you've got a team like Pep that moves around the ball that fast, you understand? And if you look at City this season, defensively they're also solid. The best thing about Borussia Dortmund right now is their attacking prowess, which is obviously Haaland. You understand? He's obviously on everybody's mouth right now because he is that good. He can bang them in. But
that, no? I mean, for me, I think if there's a team that could probably upset Man City, because to be quite honest, I think Man City is the hardest team in the world right now. If there's a team that could upset Man City, it's probably Borussia, simply because of what you just said now, Shush, is that they attack so much that, and they know they trap in defense. They don't even play like, hey, we're gonna defend. To them, it's like, Daga, 4-5, let's win 5-3 or 5-2. You know what I mean? So because they got that mentality, it's probably the only way to beat
complacency, bro. This the same thing that happened to them against United. That if they don't be careful, they might lose. Wait, guys, let's just interact with the gents here a little bit. Katlego says that the jury's out on Mikel. I'm guessing Katlego is Arsenal fan. I'm not sure, Katlego. You can just tell us there. Maybe we're wrong, right? And then he says Mourinho is washed. Modern football left him at the train station. Exactly what we've been saying. You know what I mean? That's exactly what. And I think Jose still has it in there as well. I think Jose should either go and coach Portugal, the national team, or go back to Italy. I think in Italy his tactics will work because they're all about 100% defend. And you know what I mean? And then Trevor's like, how long does Mourinho have at Tottenham, guys? I'd say he's pretty safe there because I don't think Tottenham can do better at this point than Jose Mourinho. But that's just me. What do you guys think?
I don't think Tottenham is ambitious. I don't think it's a big club. I don't think it merits even this conversation, except for having Kane, Son, and Mourinho. I don't think Tottenham
Exactly.
has ever done anything to earn, even less.
Jose
That's
Mourinho
like,
to begin off with.
For me,
yeah.
for
They don't
me,
So
deserve Jose
I think
Mourinho.
it all
yeah.
depends. Mourinho's his contract is not so much on results because I think Levy's just focused on making money, and depending on what the clause is, if he fires Mourinho, he might just keep him for one more year, just to be like, okay, fire him when he's got a year left on his contract, then I don't have to pay him that much
That
money.
much.
I think because he's too much of a capitalist, bruh. He doesn't think business in terms of let me make that guy could sell Son just for the money. Like
What
that's
does
how
it
he
mean
is.
for Hurricane's career?
I
That's
think
why.
Harry Kane missed his chance, man.
You know what, Hurricane for me also, he's a guy that thought he'd Jamie Vardy the situation, and it didn't work out for him because Harry Kane honestly thought that he would bring change to Spurs and actually win them a trophy, and it didn't work out. And I think for any team now that would want to sign Harry Kane, it's a not, for me it's a risky signature because Levy is obviously going to charge quite a high amount for him. Secondly, he's very injury prone now. Do you understand? He's injury
Yeah,
prone. He can't play at the high intensity that he used to. He needs a team that won't rely on him, but that he will add something to it. That's why I say that let's say Man United. Let's say he goes to Man United. If Harry Kane goes to Man United, it's a plus for both sides because I don't think Man United would really rely on him, but they would also they'd also benefit from the amount of goals he'd bang in a season. Because if you put in a 20 plus goal striker in Man United, you've got a serious team running there. You understand? But if you're gonna go take him and put him, let's say, at a team that needs him, he's gonna struggle because he's gonna have the same problem that he's having at Tottenham right now. He's gonna be
Yo,
that guy that.
do you think
but
United merits its position in the log? Do you think the league position is a reflection of how good the teams are at this current moment?
no, the league position is just a reflection of how pop the EPL is and how much of a farmers league it is.
No,
Simply
Yeah,
that's
because
trash, bro.
no,
No,
simply
that's
because
trash.
why? Like, dude, like,
That's trash.
come on,
But
you
you
be
can't
so
listen. But
inconsistent. No, you be
no, no,
so
no, 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 no,
inconsistent
no,
this
no.
year
Listen,
that you don't
listen
merit
to what I'm
number
saying.
two.
Listen to what
You
I'm saying.
honestly don't merit number two.
Listen to what I'm saying. Everybody plays their games. Nobody did not play their games. You cannot say that how inconsistent. It doesn't matter. We all play the same teams. We all play each other. Do you understand? Even in the
Didn't
Champions
United
League,
win a match?
you can't,
Didn't
you
United win a
can't, you
match
can't.
after the final whistle?
Listen, my man, that's just 3 points. It doesn't really matter. Even if you take away that 3 points, United is still second. Listen to
But
what
it's
I'm
a
saying.
collection of those 3 points
But
that keep
listen to
getting.
what I'm saying. Oh, okay, so what is supposed to happen? So what you're saying is that because Arsenal is trash, United also
No,
need to
no,
be
no,
trash. Is that what you're
no, no,
saying?
no, 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 no. I'm not
I
even.
don't I
No,
don't get it.
I'm saying, is United objectively a better team than Leicester right now?
Hey,
Right
bro,
now.
no.
What do you
This is
mean?
what
This
I'm
What do
saying
you
season,
what do you
this
mean better
season,
team?
this
Do you mean
season,
Leicester
yes
with
they
its
are.
this season,
resources is
as
literally
United
better
fans,
than United at the moment because Leicester don't belong where they are. West Ham don't belong where they are. But because the rest of the teams, the top so-called teams, are playing cock, you've got teams that are there that don't deserve to be there.
Nah,
And it's a
bro,
fact.
there's no such
It's a
thing, bro.
fact.
The
Leicester
EPL,
is the
No,
best
EPL has always
team for
been the
teams right
EPL.
now.
Shush.
Pumps,
You
as
are
opposed to
The
no,
league
Man
no
table
time
never
United.
talking
lies,
Man
rubbish.
United
No,
don't
no,
deserve to be 6 points
nah.
the
ahead
league
of
table
Leicester,
never
bro.
I
lies,
don't
guys.
care.
Leicester
Nobody
is a
cares
far
who
better
deserves
team.
what, Kaya. Because
It's
the
a
fact is that
far better
you need
team.
to play. You need to play. Liverpool is a better team than Leicester. Liverpool is a better team than
Not this season. Not
West
this
Ham.
season. Not this
But you,
season.
Exactly, Mara. They've
but
been
what are
playing
We're
you
not
tough.
talking about
saying,
the
though?
club. We're not talking about the club. We're not talking about
What are
how
you talking
great the
about?
club is. We're saying
What
the
are you talking
football
about?
that's been played this season. Is football's United the football that United play? Is it second place? Is it worth the place? Have they played
Yes,
better
it is.
football than Leicester?
They have
Have they
managed to
played
get
better
25.
football than
Listen. They have managed to get 25 points from a losing position.
from
25
penalties?
points.
What are you talking about?
No, what?
How many
This
penalties are
season.
there? How many
This
penalties are
season.
those?
No, that's just
Let me
one.
just check.
Dude, this season. Are you seriously going to say United are where they are with penalties this season? No, man, that's a lie. You're talking about that one incident and it was a penalty. If it's not a penalty, they don't give it a penalty. You can't hold the ball in a box. How do you hold the ball in the box?
Brighton supposed to get a penalty.
Who was supposed to get a penalty?
Brighton.
Weren't they supposed to get it? Oh, the Maguire incident. Maybe they were.
Yeah.
Maybe they weren't. I don't know. The fact is that we've also had decisions against us. Nobody ever talks about that. People are always. What do you mean when? What about Maguire's header when they said that he fouled that guy? He didn't foul that guy. There's a lot of decisions, bro. The thing is that you obviously. I personally rely on rivals to behave the way that you are, because I know you are in pain now, and I'm happy about this. I know that you guys are going to say, you don't deserve to be where you are. You don't deserve.
No. But okay, wait. Like, here's a simple thing to show you what Ngoli is talking about is so straight up. Do you think your team has played well this season?
No, they've been average.
Exactly. But they've been so average that they're second in the league.
Yes, my man. Who wouldn't enjoy their team coming back from a losing position?
Dude, like,
guys, okay. You know what?
So average that you're second in the league, then that makes that league like farmers.
You know what? This is a stupid conversation, because by then we could question Real Madrid's all the Madrid's titles in the Spanish league.
We play gag, and you want to be like, oh, we deserve to be where we are.
Yeah, I don't understand why
because we won our matches.
Inconsistent.
So okay, guys. What is supposed to happen? I don't understand. Mfana Kanti, what are we playing for? Are you playing to lose? Are you playing to detain? That's why you're number 10. That's why you're number 10.
I don't think you're understanding the question.
That's why you're number 10. That is why you're number 10. Because you want to entertain the masses. Bruh, listen. Some games require you to get in, get your hands dirty, and come up with the 3 points. That's Mfana. Think about it like this. You guys are going to say, like, dude, Man United, whether Man United deserve to be number 2 or not, that is not a number 2 doesn't win the league, guys. It doesn't matter whether they deserve to be there. Do you understand? The only team that can actually merit and they also did it in the second half of the season. This is Man City. They came out and they've been playing beautiful football. Everybody's amazed, blah, blah, blah. But fact is that we are all playing the same amount of games. You guys did not play less games than us. You guys did not get different oppositions than us. You got the same oppositions than us. So you can't say that, who is supposed to be number 2 there? Just out of curiosity.
I want to talk about United in a bubble. We're not talking about all the other teams.
Okay, then who is supposed to be number 2?
We are analyzing United's performance.
Chelsea, for the amount of money they spend, they should be number 2.
You see, that's why I say this is stupid conversation.
No, but guys, I'm talking about the quality of football. When you are watching it, are you enjoying we're not talking about at the end of the game, are you happy that you won or not? We are saying,
yes, I am happy.
McTominay has the ball. Are you optimistic?
Yes.
So, Nkuli, can I ask you something? Nkuli, one question. During the Wenger years, you guys played beautiful.
Wait. Let's address Kajako's comment.
What did it get you? What did it get you during the Arsene Wenger years? You guys played beautiful football.
Yes, you guys played
all
beautiful
football. All you got was number 4.
The best.
Never won Champions League. You last won the 2004. Where did it go to play football?
Listen.
You need to play effective football. And that's what Man United
we beat Leeds. We beat Leeds 6-2. We beat Southampton 9-1. How are you guys going to sit there and say that? But Man United. Did you play Leeds? Arsenal play Leeds.
I want to answer your question.
Arsenal play Leeds. I want to know. Did Arsenal play Leeds?
Wait.
One question at a time.
Enough about EPL, guys. The thing is Champions League tonight.
No,
we're not done with the United. I know Arsenal's not in the Champions League. And you guys don't understand what Tuesday football is all about. But it's about time now. We get into the big boys. Hey, guys, listen. It's time for the big boys now. It's time for the big boys.
Benzema is the best striker in the world right now.
Benzema. Karim Benzema. Better than Erling Haaland.
Yep.
Better than Lewandowski.
You're on crack,
right?
You're on crack, right?
Erling Haaland, that plan behind you. Are you smoking that plant behind you? Are you smoking that plant behind you?
Wait. Let the man speak. He's a guest. Let the man speak. Let the man speak. He's a guest. Let the man speak.
Jesus fucking Christ. Nigga used to try.
That's fucking crap.
Relax. Man. Okay, so check. Dortmund wins those matches without Haaland.
100.
Okay.
Real Madrid
so how
wins
does-
nothing without Benzema.
Yeah, because they need him, but it doesn't make him the best striker in the world.
Benzema
Wow.
is
Thank
begging
you.
Arsenal,
biggest teams.
Arsenal needs David Luiz, but it doesn't make. It is not the
Uh,
best defender in the
Remind
world.
me, wait, one team at a time. One team at a time, right? You can diss me after I make my point. I am saying Real Madrid is number one in the log
You
I don't
said-
know, bro.
in La Liga.
Number 3.
Number
Number
three,
three.
man. They're third, probably.
Dortmund is number what?
Technically second.
Nah,
Dortmund is number what?
Because he's smashing
I
Barcelona.
don't know,
this
bro. We don't
weekend.
we don't
So
watch.
we're
Number
technically
7.
second.
Number
Is it number
7.
7 or something? They probably won't make
So you
it,
know
which
what
is
I
going to
like?
be great for
You know what-
everybody. Then you can get all those players for cheap.
You know what I like? When I said Benzema is a better striker right now, and then I asked you what league position they are, and then you said you don't watch them. We are supposed to be having an objective conversation, so you can't say he's not if you're not watching him, right? Benzema is.
I watch him in the Champions League. I watch him in the Champions League. Oh, okay.
There's no team
Wait. Let me jump in
Do
here.
you
Let me
watch
jump in
Madrid
here.
versus
Wait,
Granada? Do you watch
wait.
Madrid
Let me
versus
jump in
Granada?
here. Just let me jump in here. Benzema is way better than Haaland, and I'll tell you why. Haaland scores chances created like dude. Any average striker would score those goals.
That's a lie.
based on
Okay,
the
Assist.
that's a
they're playing
lie.
Assist.
That's a lie.
Hey,
Dude,
lie.
that's a lie. You're talking
Dude,
rubbish. That's a lie.
check Haaland's goals, bro.
That
Check
is
Haaland's
a
goals. You've
lie.
got
No.
Hey,
if
lie.
Haaland's
I've
got
checked
10
Haaland's
goals.
goals. That's a lie.
Wait.
No.
If
That's a
Haaland's
lie.
got 10 goals, bro. If Haaland's got 10 goals, 3 are like amazing. Like there was great technique. There was what. The rest is
scored
like
10
it's
amazing goals?
average.
Don't lie.
Wait,
Haaland has
Who
the
scored
rest
10
is
out of 10
average,
amazing
bro.
goals?
Haaland has pace. Haaland
Haaland
has strength.
Do you have
Benzema
potential
is
more
playing.
specialized things?
The rest is average.
He has a
Nah.
like professional. Haaland
You guys are
is
fucking trash.
You can't place potential. So
You,
wait,
you,
are
you.
wait, Mbappe? What does
Nkuli is
Mbappe
a-
say in your
Nkuli-
rating? Is he the best player in
Nkuli
the
is a
world?
closet Real Madrid fan. Kai's a Real Madrid fan. That's why you guys
No,
are
he's a
doing that.
Barcelona fan,
I'm a
by the way.
Barcelona fan. I'm a Barcelona fan. But
Okay,
Barca,
Nkuli is a
Benzema
fan
is
because
the
Barcelona
best
doesn't have a
striker in the world.
striker. Because
No.
Barcelona doesn't have a
No.
striker.
No, not even. No, I'm not. So I never look at things based on where my team is. I look at the team itself. You know, when you look at
I'll
guys,
tell you
I'm not
guys,
buying this thing.
I'll tell you something.
You guys
I'll
haven't
tell
given
you
us a
something.
proper
I don't
reason
think
why you say that
Benzema is the
Benzema is
best
the best
striker in the
striker
world
in the
right
world.
now. Wait, let me
Who
finish
is the
something.
best striker in the world? Who is the best striker in the world?
Dude,
Who is the best?
straight up, bro. Luis Suarez, bro.
But then
Niggas
Lewandowski.
better than Lewandowski.
No,
What are you talking
nah, get out of here. I'm done.
Bruh.
Suarez can't even run.
I'm done,
Talking
bro.
about.
I'm done, bro.
Well, you just don't watch EP. You said you don't watch Spanish football anyway.
Vana, Robert
I mean-
Lewandowski is the best striker in the world. As simple as that, bro.
So,
There's
nah.
no, there's
For me
there's no
right now,
conversation.
Lewandowski and Benzema are fighting it
Lewandowski
off.
is in
Right?
Barcelona, bro. He's in Bayern Munich. That's
So
I could be the best striker playing for Barca. I mean, Muller is like one of the best because he play. Dude, like really.
you guys are talking like Real Madrid plays with. Real
Even-
Madrid plays with.
Even Timo Werner would be like the best at Bayern Munich, bro. Like
Soga. But
I'm telling you.
come on, that's nonsense.
So
That's nonsense.
this
You
season,
can't.
this season, yeah.
Real Madrid,
this season-
Real Madrid has solid players in the middle. They just suck, bro. It's a coaching
let me-
issue. We all know it's a
35.
coaching issue.
That's
Bruh, we
35.
got
What
like
are you talking about?
old
Whose
players.
problem is that? What is
Wait.
Martin Odegaard? If they're
Wait,
35,
wait,
what is
wait.
Martin Odegaard doing at Arsenal?
He's
But
a
we'll be
nominee.
honest, Martin Odegaard was given like I was even nar for him. Like he was given a good
Who's given
5
no
game
chance?
starting lineup playing, and he played shit. Literally
So,
played
this
shit.
man-
Like the
this
first
man has
half
been
of the
given-
season, we played him like literally gave him chance, and that boy was not showing flames. And that's
So-
the problem is that
But then you can't go back and run and say that my middle field are 35 years old. That's why I'm struggling. When you've
No,
got
I'm not saying that. I'm
you
saying
can't go
Benzema
back and
as a
say that.
striker is making it happen, even though he has Titanics behind him.
those guys
That's
are
what I'm
good.
saying.
They're not
This season,
like Tony
no,
Kroos.
this season-
Tony
this season.
Kroos is a good midfielder.
So,
I'm not gonna
okay,
listen to
maybe-
this nonsense.
let's
Casemiro
go
is probably one of the best CDMs in the world.
Let me
I'm not
tell you
listening to
this.
this nonsense that you guys are
Ah,
saying.
guys, you
stats.
gotta have Petrejo on the team one of these
The stats
days,
is-
man.
I was on loan at
Benzema has-
Leicester.
Benzema has 18 goals and 6 assists, right, in 25 games. And he's 33 years old. Haaland
So
is 20 years old, has 21 goals and 4 assists.
So
What are you guys talking about? You shouldn't take potential and put it more than actualized goals.
Benzema is the
potential
only
that
guy
allowed
that's
before
scoring at Real
alone.
Madrid right now because nobody
Check
else
the
can
stats.
score. They are washed team
So when
full
no
of
one can
old men.
score, so what? Do the 23 goals bring themselves to him because no one else can score?
Mfana. They washed.
Guys-
It's a washed team. What are we
guys-
talking about, guys?
Guys,
Are we seriously gonna talk about?
let's talk about. Let's talk about Champions League to them. City
Let's talk about Real
versus
Madrid
BVB.
versus Liverpool. That's one of
No, that's the
already
last
got
one.
excuses about Sergio Ramos. Like, oh, Sergio Ramos is injured. Oh. Why?
No, I
Nah,
was looking like I got VD, I've got Van Dijk and Gomez injuries equal today.
Washed team.
Dang. Me, all I'm saying now is if you don't take this tie, Liverpool, I'll write you off for the rest of my life. Like, I don't care. You guys can win like the treble 5
But
times
how are
in
you
a
gonna
row.
lose? You've got the
One
best striker in the
pressure.
world. How are you losing? You've got the best striker in the world. How
No,
are you
true.
losing?
The teams
I
win
also
football matches.
think
These
he
guys
beat
win.
centre back.
Shush,
guy.
that's your logic. Shush, that's your
Yeah, this
logic.
guy.
Like, really.
Man
Like, that's
United
your
fans,
logic.
you know, Man United fans will never fail to disappoint you.
So,
Like, that's
guys,
crap logic.
look,
I'm trying to show you guys that what
I've
you're
got a
talking is
right back
rubbish.
who
That
cannot
Benzema is the
defend.
best striker in the world, and I'm always
got
gonna bring it
centre
up.
back
You
who cannot
can't
defend.
sneak stuff in here.
Zalamon.
Stop
No,
sneaking
bro,
stuff
that's
in.
crap.
win this
You
though.
can't use that as a
Why not?
Barcelona's
Why not?
got the best player. Juventus got the best player in the world. Where are they now?
Why
Are they still the
not?
Champions League? No.
Why?
It's a team sport, bro. It's a
but
team
wasn't
sport.
the premise?
Simple as that.
Who's the most expensive midfielder in the world? And don't
Wait,
United
can I
have
ask
that?
something? Wait.
Don't United
Can I
have
ask?
the most expensive
Wait. Can
midfielder
I
in
ask
the world?
something? Wait. No. That was a long time ago. That Pogba thing. That was
Yeah,
a long
wait,
time ago.
who's sold more?
Wait.
After that?
Let's focus.
After that long
You
time
know
ago.
what the problem with you guys is?
No,
You're all over
the
the place.
argument is
Let's
false.
focus on Real Madrid and Liverpool. Stop deviating. Let's focus on. How is it that you guys are saying that because Sergio Ramos is not there, Liverpool automatically wins? How?
No, not that. I'll tell you why I say that.
Yes, I want to hear. And
my-
you must also apply your a team sport logic to what you're about to say. Go,
Yeah,
I'm listening.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I've been at my worst this whole season. Né? First of all, Zidane's out of ideas. Zidane's out of ideas. He's been relying on the same formation that only worked when Ronaldo was there. And he's got nothing else, bro, like to offer. And unfortunately, I have not bought anyone who's willing to change the team or anything at all. So now you can picture this. I mean, I've literally been playing the same as team for the past 6 years, and now that team doesn't have the most lethal striker in the world that it used to have. And Benzema's had to now take on all of that. And I've managed to hold up. But this season, bruh, old age is caught up to Sergio Ramos. Varane is no longer as consistent as he used to be. You've got on the left, I've got Carvalho's injured, and I have no backup. Like literally, I have to take Louis Vasquez and put him at the back. I have to play with Nacho, right? And then on top of having Nacho, I have then to play with that other Portuguese lady who plays nonsense. And there's got mistakes in him all the time. I don't even know his name. The guy looks like a baller, but I don't know if he's Portuguese or what. Whatever his name is, bruh. He's Brazilian, I think, that boy. Like, I don't learn with Brazilian defenders. But either way, like, I've got
Oh
those.
yeah, I see that light.
Nah, they crap. And then, literally, going forward, I've got Vinny, Vinny will dribble everyone and miss the goal. So he's like to dribble.
That one has got that. It's got that same thing. Marcus Rashford has it sometimes. They dribble even when it's not necessary, bro. Yeah,
And then,
guys don't want to dribble the
I've
goalkeeper.
I've got Asensio who's just there because he's Spanish. He's not providing me anything. So the only thing I've got, bruh, is Cruz, Benzema, Casemiro, and Modric.
Casemiro, Casa.
That's all I have. I've got 4 players, bro. Like that's it. Like
Where
nigga,
is
like,
where are the Rodriguez, the Vasquez? Where are all those boys?
No, bro. Like. Okay,
All those
Rodriguez,
places.
we told
You
him,
guys,
but he was popped anyway.
you guys are ruining careers, man.
No,
Isco,
like,
what,
bro, hey, bro, you know
what
how it
happened
is.
to Isco?
Isco, right? They're ruining careers, man.
You
No,
know what?
tell
Yeah, I
me,
was like,
Isco unfortunately just never fit into the system. He
where's
just
Asensio?
Jovic? Where's
hmm?
What
Jovic?
about
Where's
Asensio?
Asensio? Where's Asensio? Jovic?
Asensio
Asensio,
was
bro,
like a generational talent at one point.
Asensio, nah, he got injured and just never regained his form.
Yeah.
That's just the honest truth.
Where is that lady that the what was his name? The one that was a hero for giving away a penalty. What was his name?
Valverde, he's still there. He's still there. Fede's still there. He's still got potential.
Yeah.
For me, he's the future for
Oh.
us. But I mean, right now, guys, and the problem with him is that you either have to sacrifice Modric to play him. You can't really play them all in there because he does the same thing. And I'd rather do that for tonight because I think, but also Ish Modric is able to slow down the game. And I think against Liverpool, I need somebody who's gonna like
Yeah, that's
slow
very
it down.
important. That
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that'll be very important
So
because they like running with the ball.
exactly. So now, honestly, I think, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm finna bid Liverpool, but I think they've got the advantage
Bro,
simply because I lost Varane today. If I had not lost Varane today and it was just Ramos out, I'd be cool. But it's a brand new two-man
yo.
center pairing. It's gonna end without my
But
right
my man,
without my
it's
right
fair.
back.
I think it's only fair. They don't have their two first option centre backs. You don't have your first two
I
options
haven't
centre
had
backs.
them the whole season, bro.
Fair.
If I had lost Varane 2 weeks back, I'd
And
be
they
fine.
and they got their asses whipped because of it. They know it. They bled. They bled.
The only thing,
Only Arsenal couldn't beat them. Only
the only thing I got gunning for me is that I know if I haven't seen Zidane's game plan, but if Vinny's on,
Listen,
I mean
man.
against
Listen.
TTA, Vinny's gonna run riot
Yeah,
against the
no, no.
boy.
I was
And-
about to say the same thing. Listen. Like for me, this game is gonna be one in the midfield. Just like that. I think if Casemiro and Kroos have a dope game, do you understand? Especially Casemiro. If Casemiro shuts down thumbs up Thiago. If he shuts down Thiago, do you understand? They'll have to operate from the sides. Which if they operate from the sides, it opens up space for Vini. Do you understand? And it opens up Vini or Vasquez if they want to play Vasquez, whoever the hell they want to play on them. It opens the game up for them. You understand? And once the game is open, Trent is never catching Vinicius Junior because Trent can't defend. He can go forward, but he can't defend. So that's where Benzema is going to be important to be sitting in those box, and he's going to make those two young defenders, little kids because he's got experience and he's a slick like that guy's a slick striker, bro. Like he does difficult things but makes them look easy. Do you understand? Some of the stuff that Benzema you like Benzema, how did he do that? Do you understand? Like he'd flick a ball and then volley it. Do you understand? Because that's what he does. So it's going to be a very. I like the fact that your two defenders are out because nobody can come with excuses. Understand?
For me, to be honest with you, I think, but I know Zidane doesn't have the balls to do this. I literally would play Vinny on the right, and I'd put in Marcelo as an attacking, like where Vinny plays. I'd put him on the left there, and literally because dude, Marcelo can't defend for days, but going forward, I think he's one of the best.
Yeah, he's Trent Alexander, by the way. He also they can't defend, but then they're good going forward.
And if I would put him there, because he knows how Marcelo's an intelligent attacker in terms of creating going forward. With him and Benzema, with him on the left, just playing as an attacking winger, with Mendy behind him to mark. I kid you not.
With Trent.
So Kaya, you comfortable with opening the gap? You comfortable with leaving the gap for Mane and Salah? Because one thing I forget, Marcelo can attack the same way. Remember, if Marcelo
I'm not playing him at the back. I'm playing him as the front three.
Okay, that's
Zidane will never do that.
Listen to my lineup. I'm not giving Mane any space. I've got my back four. I've got Mendy. I've got that Portuguese Brazilian lady. I've got Nacho, and then I've got Luis Vasquez as my back four. Then in the midfield, I've got Casemiro. I've got Cruz. I've got Modric. Then my front three is Marcelo on the left, Vinny on the right, with Benzema. You
Zidane
just
is gonna
run
die.
that Liverpool team.
Zidane's gonna use that. Yeah, he's gonna
You
use
know
that
what, Kaya?
2013. He's gonna use that 2013
Kaya,
Ronaldo,
this is where I
Ronaldo
think
in the team
Bale will have
lineup.
played.
You know,
I know that's the problem.
Kai, I think Bale will have played for you. I think Bale will have played well today.
Bale play what, bro? Have you seen Bale play in Spain?
He will have brought memories. Remember? No.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
just saying
Bale can't play
psychologically.
DC to save his life, bro. I don't know what happened, bro. Yo,
my man, is Ramos gonna be available for the second leg?
But he destroyed us in the
my
final.
doubts.
How long do you
But
think?
you guys
keep
without
playing
Ramos is like us without Bruno, bro.
That's the thing, bro.
Ay.
You know what the
Yeah,
problem
but
is? Like
you know
with
what?
us,
That Katao comment killed me, yo.
with
So
us.
Katako says that Benzema is dope, but he's
Yeah, that
Instagram.
comment killed me.
That's all right. Yeah.
Katako, I don't wanna lie, bro. I don't wanna lie. His
Yeah,
Instagram is
Katao
fire.
killed me. I've been laughing, yo.
I agree
Gotta
with you.
be on the show.
Benzema's Instagram is fire, and for that I'll make him the third best striker in the world just because of Instagram. Like King Karim. Like for me, bro. Benzema is one of those. He's one of those players that he will always be effective. It doesn't matter where he plays because he understands the type of football he plays and he doesn't compromise it. It's either you're gonna play him or you don't. You understand? And that's what I love about him. He's slick. His movement is he is such a slick football player, bro. Like he's so skillful. Like,
But he's also quite frustrating, eh? He's also quite frustrating.
he is.
He's one of those
bro.
players that can go 85 minutes without doing nothing.
Touching the ball, bro. Without
and then he
touching the
comes
ball.
back with a brace, and then you're like, "Ish." Now the thing is, you don't know if you must take him out or never to take him out.
You never take him out. Don't take him out. I think Real Madrid right now can't afford to take him out.
Yeah, well,
They
you've
can't
killed
afford to
the
take him
other
out,
players. You've killed the other strikers' confidence, so you can't really take him out.
Jovic, where's
And
Jovic?
also-
Where's Jovic?
Hey,
What
bro,
does Jovic do these days? Does he wash
Jovic-
laundry? What does he do
Jovic
there?
Jovic went to Germany, scored his first 3 goals, and then I haven't heard anything else about him since then. So I
That's what he
really
gets. He thought he was too big for United. You must make him sit there on the bench. He must sit another 4 years there on the bench.
in fact, there's pulling power, bro. You can't go against pulling power.
I don't care about pulling power. You must sit there on the bench. You must
Like
sit
all I need
another
to do,
4
I need to
seasons.
buy Son, bro. If I buy Son, I'm sorted. But guys, I mean, we've been at it for a while, so let's hit the predictions. Tonight's predictions.
Guys, before
I'll go first.
before prediction, Such, I wanted to ask you this about 40 minutes ago. Especially speaking about Man City. Guys, we know you mentioned that BVB can score. That I agree. Now the question I have: if BVB hit 2 quick goals like they did against Bayern, you remember the game where Bayern went 4-2 about 3 weeks ago? BVB scored 2 quick goals. If they do that today, do you think City and Pep have the mentality to come back in Champions League, not the league?
No,
I believe it was in the league.
No, not even in the league. Not even
And
in the
I
league.
think that will be their downfall.
They're not a comeback outfit because once they come back, they leave too many holes open. Do you understand? They forced because they play this formation without a striker, and once you do play with a striker, it's either Aguero, who is very slow, so he can't afford to run forward with them if they're doing a let's push forward. He has to sit in the box. Unfortunately, Kun Aguero, that's where he is right now in his career. But if Borussia scored 2 goals, I think they can come back. Why? Because Dortmund's defense is trash, bro. like it's terrible, bro. You even saw against Bayern Munich, where Bayern Munich were actually able to come back and actually win the game easily. Because at any other team, let's say they were playing against Liverpool or Real Madrid, I think it would be difficult for them if they got 2 quick goals. But then the Borussia Dortmund is a very young team. They it's all attack, no common sense. Do you understand? They all run forward. They all put teams under pressure, bombard teams. You understand, and just score a lot of goals and whatnot. So I think Pep and with Ruben Diaz now in that side, it's going to be very hard for them to break them down that easily.
I think also,
from my side, I believe
also to add to that is that we can't look at this as a once-off game. So I still think City would take the tie, even though City is playing at home and Borussia can win 2-0 away. I still think City would probably come back because
1-3-0
you have
away
to be
there.
consistent over
Guys,
180 minutes, and I doubt Borussia's got that in them.
No, they don't.
guys,
It's a bunch of little kids
City.
in that team. Man.
So City has the quality; they can do it. But I think because of the pressure of the UCL, of them needing to win it, those two quick goals can make them lose it psychologically. It will bring them
You know,
the pressure of being knocked out recently, the pressure of the quarterfinals. So to me, if City can overcome their mentalness, whatever is holding them, they will take this Champions League.
Yeah, I understand
It's
that,
not
but
about
Pep
the
is
I
holding
think
them
I
back.
think there's no way you're gonna beat
it's
a
a
Pep team
psychological
over
thing.
2 legs over psychology. You could like if Dortmund is supposed to win this
Leon
first
did it.
one needs to be KG.
Leon
Wait,
did it.
let me just finish. This first one needs to be KG. Maybe have an away goal
Exactly.
or something
Exactly.
to just
Or
go back
draw.
to Dortmund with, and
Mhm.
then beat Dort, and then just pull it off in Dortmund. You're not gonna outplay City for a Pep team, not even City. I don't care even if it's whoever. You're not gonna outplay a Pep team over 2 legs. Never.
You remember
You have
you remember
to
last
get
season
like
You don't need to outplay
against
them. You
Olympic
just
Lyon?
need to make them doubt themselves. You don't
nah, bro.
applaud them. That's what I'm saying. If BBV can hit those two goals, Pep and their team psychologically they might start panicking. That's what I'm saying. They've got the quality and the game to come back, but I haven't seen that mentality yet in the Champions League. That's why I'm saying they need to score first today. But if BBB hits two goals, hey guys, that game is ending 2-2 or 2-1. And then the moment they go to Germany and BVB hits another goal at home, they down. You understand? They don't have that comeback thing. They don't have that strong mentality. They need to overcome that barrier in the Champions League.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
And they,
That's what I'm saying.
it is.
and
It
they
is a
have
psychological
themselves.
thing from City's point of view, and they need to get over it because I mean they lost to Spurs for crying out loud, and they lost to Lyon last season. So Borussia beating them, it won't be amazing. It won't be like how
They
did that
lost to
happen? Do you
Klopp.
understand?
Well,
Yeah,
the under
yeah.
20
But
season, they
anyway,
lost to Klopp.
so that's it. Let's get the predictions, guys. Let's get the predictions. Man
I think
City,
tonight. Look.
Dortmund.
I think City. I think City will win tonight. I think they'll win a 2-1 or something. I don't think Pep was gonna want to give a lot away. You know what I mean? I think Pep is gonna be the cagey. He's gonna be the more mature one to go the cagey way. You know, let's make it cagey and get a game out of it second half. And I think the problem with Dortmund is that they're gonna want to go for a lot of away goals because they're the type of team that wants to outscore opponents, which is going to be tricky because, like I said, City have fixed their defensive problems, but then it doesn't make them immune because the team that Vincent Company was in that won everything in the EPL, they went and lost to Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs. Do you understand? So I think a lot of the players like Raheem Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne, it's a psychological thing. G is right. They need to overcome that psychology. Sterling missed a sitter. They could have sent City to the final. He missed it. Like open net, he kicked the ball over the bar. So a lot of them, it's going to be a lot of psychological thing. But I think it's a time for players like the ones with less pressure. Like if you look at Mahrez, Phil Foden, Gundogan, I think they need to come
Predictions,
to the
dog.
party. I think they need to
Let's
come through.
justify it. Put your neck on the block. What's the final score, bro?
I said 2-1.
2-1.
City wins.
See?
City wins 2-1.
You?
3-1 City.
Goli, you? Man City, Dortmund?
So I think traditionally first leg Guardiola doesn't do too badly. He might win this slightly, but with like a margin, yeah, maybe 2-0. But the second leg is gonna be tough because he's gonna do the Olympic Lyon thing again and overthink. So he's gonna play Edison center back, and then he's gonna do the thing. But he
And
might
play
win
Phil
this.
Foden as a striker
Yeah,
and
you know,
play Mendy as a right wing. Yeah,
if
Yeah,
he
that's
continues,
crazy.
this whole season
yeah,
he's
it's
been
crazy,
playing
bro.
without a striker. If he continues with that, he wins this easily. Easy.
Nah, Aguero's playing, bro. I can guarantee Aguero's playing tonight. Guarantee.
Yeah.
Tough.
He's gonna
I'm
overthink. He's
I'm
an
also going for a
overthinker. You're right.
3-1. I'm going for
Yeah.
3-1 City.
2-goal margin. Yeah. I think that's safe. Mara,
Yeah.
second leg.
But guys, that away goal.
Those boys are gonna go
That
for
away
it, bro.
goal.
Those Dortmund boys are gonna go for it, bro. They've got nothing to lose. You see, the dangerous thing about City winning tonight, man, is that it opens up for Dortmund to
That's the
go.
thing,
Because
bro. That's the
you
thing.
understand? It's gonna be very dangerous for City. But then it is what it is. I think City win it 2-1 tonight, and then it's gonna be a fire match second leg, bro.
And then Dortmund come back and win it 2-0 at home, bro. Like last
But-
minute.
So, Raheem Sterling missing 4 sitters.
I don't understand.
Yeah, because he
Because
overthinks, bro. He overthinks.
Yeah.
You're right. He overthinks. He does
And-
weird stuff at a very critical. And you're like, why is he doing this?
Because
When he
man for
doesn't
man,
have
these
Messi and
guys are better.
Ronaldinho and Iniesta and Gavi, so yes, he
Yeah.
overthinks.
Nah, there's no Messi. There's no Messi. Okay, so
and then Madrid, Liverpool.
the other big one, Madrid, Liverpool. Okay, definitely. Okay, who's home?
Madrid's home.
Real Madrid are losing tonight. I don't see them winning without Sergio Ramos. I don't want to lie. And I think also it's going to be a very tight game. I think Klopp's boys will. Diogo Jota will come through for them and give them like a 1-0 win. I don't see them scoring more than that.
My heart is telling me 2-0 Liverpool. My head is going for 1-1.
So this is heavily dependent on the midfield, right? I don't think Thiago is good enough to beat that midfield. And Madrid always seem to fucking get to another gear in the Champions League. So I think 2-1 Madrid.
With Sergio Ramos, yes. With Sergio Ramos, I was giving it to
I
Madrid.
think Madrid
100%.
is such a big team that they made Zidane have. Zidane has 3 Champions Leagues and he can't even coach.
Ronaldo takes.
Ronaldo has
takes.
3 Champions Leagues.
Ronaldo didn't play in a final, right? He didn't play in the
did.
semi. He didn't play in the final. So I don't think
did.
this is a Ronaldo thing. I don't think
He
this is a
played in
Ronaldo
the final, Ronaldo.
He did. He played in the
he
final.
played
He was just average.
The one that Bale won. Ronaldo
He
wasn't
was
there.
there.
Right?
He was there. He was just basic.
Against
He was
Liverpool.
He was bap. He was against
He
Liverpool.
won. The
He
last
was there.
one. He won.
When Bale had the scissor kick,
Yes,
he was
he was
he
there.
won the pitch.
No,
Ronaldo.
I think what he's trying to say is that Ronaldo got us to most of the finals, but other players won the finals or had bigger impacts.
always
In the
like
The
that,
one
finals.
guys.
against, not against
Guys.
the one against Atletico. Atletico, that was all Ronaldo. Man. The one against Atletico.
Yes.
No,
Ronaldo does go to
it
Atletico
wasn't.
every
It
single
was
game.
Benzema.
That Di Maria
Benzema
goal.
pulled off.
No,
Benzema
it was
pulled
Di
off
Maria.
that poof thing, and then he got like it was that one was Benzema, bro, and Ramos because we beat them in extra
It's
time.
Ronaldo. It's always Ronaldo. It's always been.
Guys,
Anyway.
Ronaldo always performs second leg of the semi-finals or quarterfinals. He will always come through. Remember, to lose first game,
Ronaldo.
second game Ronaldo will come slam a hat-trick. And they
It's always been Ronaldo. Why can't they win it
Yes,
now?
yes.
They've got the same team minus Ronaldo.
Where is the
The
same
thing is, we
Ronaldo
can't
with
get to the final. If we can,
But they've got
Ronaldo
the
got us
same
to the
team.
final.
But they've got the same team minus Ronaldo. Who else is not there?
Ronaldo.
Everyone is
No.
3 years older. What are you talking about?
But anyway, here's my prediction,
Well,
right?
they're always 3 years older. But he left
When-
3 seasons ago. Why didn't they win it then?
Hey, bro, if some teams take 30 years to recover, who are we?
Exactly.
Who are we in 3 years?
It's always been Ronaldo. It's always been Ronaldo.
Are we talking about Champions League or the league here? Can we leave the league out of it? Some teams haven't even touched the Champions League in their lifetime. Can we just leave it?
I think for me, as
They
much
know
as I'm
themselves.
panicky today, I'm going for a 2-0 Real Madrid.
Okay, cool. No, it's your
Okay.
team, right? If you don't believe in it, who will? Do you understand? It's your team.
I'm going,
Okay, guys.
I'm going-
Bayern versus
listen to that
PSG.
line. Yeah?
Bayern versus PSG.
Oh man, that's a difficult one, eh? Under normal
Bayern doesn't have
circumstances, I would have said.
Lewandowski.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, I would have said, but I still think a Bayern team is still strong enough to beat PSG without Lewandowski. They are strong enough to beat PSG without Lewandowski.
Yeah,
That
but
team,
he's
they are
the
strong
best.
The thing
enough.
is, Bayern are only strong if they play a high line. And if you play a high line against Mbappe, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for a lot of trouble.
I don't know.
More than Mbappe,
What?
I feel like
whatever team.
They got
So I
put them in.
think
Guys, the game I'm looking forward to the most, it is Chelsea versus Porto. To me, that's the
For
game
me,
that
for me, wait,
to me, I
with this
got a
Bayern
feeling
Porto, with
Porto,
this Bayern PSG thing, now,
Porto's
for
gonna
me,
beat.
I don't know if you guys have seen this. PSG looks, and I don't know if it's posh or whatever, but they look a little bit like
it looks
they
solid.
play like the team they should be playing. They're starting to think like the players they think they are or they should be. Like, I mean, your
Didn't they
varieties, your
lose? Didn't
hmm?
they lose
Yeah,
in the
but they've
weekend?
been
Didn't they just
losing.
lose?
Yeah,
They've been
but I
losing. I
mean,
don't know what you're
PSG
talking
is
about.
losing.
Good teams lose, bro. Good teams lose
Yeah, they
sometimes.
lose.
But not PSG in the French league. Come on, bro.
Dude.
PSG in the French league.
11
Oh,
men
come
against 11
on.
men. Anything
Yeah, I
happens.
know they lose.
I don't
So
I don't think in the French league they give that much of a shit anymore because for me it's like dude, we've done this. I think those players are no longer that they don't care. But from what I've seen in the Champions League, because I only ever watched them in the Champions League
I'm a
for the
man.
first for the, for the
They
first
beat a washed up. They beat a washed up Barca.
it's not even about that. It was even like
But
building
that's
up,
the
even
only.
in the group stages. They were in the group stages with me, bruh. They gave me hell.
No, they were in the group station with me, and I beat them on the one time.
When they're not with
I don't know
me.
what you're talking about. PSG. They were in the group
Maybe
station
I'm
with me. You're talking about another
They
team,
beat
not
PSG.
PSG. Look, man, Mbappe is the guy. Mbappe is the guy that will win you games. That's it. You understand? And if Mbappe doesn't show up, the whole team is pop. It's as simple as that. It was all
Is Neymar
Mbappe
injured?
against Barca. Yeah, he's still injured.
Playing that high line with Alaba as centre back, and I think they're gonna have a long night if they play that high line.
I think you know what they
Gonna
must
be a long
do.
night.
I think the best thing would be Kimmich and Goretzka. They need to babysit him. Because Kimmich is fast. And Kimmich is a strong player. You understand?
Yeah, but
If
they're in the middle. He's not gonna win. How they getting to?
But Kimmich can play right wing,
He can play
back.
right back.
If
He
you
can
play
play right
Kimmich
back.
right wing, who's there taking care of Verratti?
I saw
No.
that. Goretzka
Wait.
look like he's on.
Goretzka
He
can
looks like he's on steroids.
United do not have a midfielder that's as good as Verratti.
What are you talking? When did we get to United now?
What you
Guys,
just said nah, and then you told
we
me
are
how you
over.
beat PSG. Wait, you just said nah to
When did we get
Verratti.
to?
And you
Yes,
said
I said
nah
nah
to
to Verratti. I
PSG.
said nah to a lot of. How man? We're talking about
Yeah.
Bayern. When did we get to United?
Wait. Why are you saying nah to Verratti? There's only maybe 5 midfielders who are better than Verratti now. What are you talking
Hella.
about? Do you want
But
Verratti? This man
yet,
is
listen. That Verratti was there when PSG were playing against Bayern in the final, right? What did he do
When was this?
in
Are
the
you
final
talking-
last season? What did he do?
Wait. So Kevin De
The
Bruyne,
Champions
right?
League final. Wait, the Champions League final. PSG versus Bayern Munich. What did Verratti do to justify your
played
statement right now?
He played.
All I'm saying, nigga, all I'm saying is this.
It's a team
is
against
that
a team. Are you telling me that
PSG
he's
is
in
a totally different team this year.
You don't watch La Liga, you don't watch League One, but you have strong
My
opinion.
man, but you see, you're all over the place, my man. You're all over the place. We literally
is
said
so
that
good, right?
they are losing. They are losing in League One right now. You say that I don't watch it, but I know the
but
results.
the thing
I
is
look
that
for
they-
results. They're losing.
You
So
said
where
they
is
lost the
Verratti when
match.
they're losing?
They lost. Wait, where is Pogba when United? What are you talking about? is a single player.
Why do you
supposed
always
judge
go to
both
Man
teams?
United? What is the problem? What is happening, guys?
Because you seem to
It's not
say
an
that one
agenda.
player. Wait,
Wait,
okay, so
guys.
I can't have, but I can't have a conversation with you if you're always gonna throw. But I can't have a football conversation with you if you're always gonna throw in my players. It doesn't
No,
work
wait,
that way. I could easily
hold
throw
up,
in
hold up,
Nicolas
hold up.
Pepe whenever I
Guys,
want. In any conversation, I could easily throw Nicolas Pepe in your face.
Wait,
It doesn't.
so
I could
this
throw
is what I'm
Aubameyang
saying.
in your face. It
So this
doesn't
is what I'm
work
saying.
that way.
Wait,
But
so
it doesn't work
wait,
that way. Can we talk about?
Yeah.
Let's talk about PSG and Bayern. Stop going back
wait,
to
this is
United.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Verratti
no, but Shush,
is
you
going to
brought that
cause a
on because
problem.
you said you beat PSG. That's why
Yeah,
you
you
put
said
that
that.
line.
I don't understand
That's
why
why you
you
put
can
that
say
line.
No.
Because
This
you
is what I'm saying.
justified how far
You
PSG
said it.
is because of you beat them.
Kaya said PSG was in their group.
No, I said
That's only
no. I
reason
said we
only.
beat because Kaya said that
Yes.
we played PSG in
And
the
then
group
you
stage,
said
and I
you
said
beat them.
how?
Are you serious?
But
Are you
but did
serious?
you play them in the group stage? I was
Are you
saying, but we
serious?
did beat them.
Hey,
Did we not
and then
beat them?
where are
That's
you now?
why
You're
you
in the
justified
Europa
it.
League, right? Aren't you in the Europa League? We're talking about Champions League.
But that's not the fact, guys. Come on.
Then why do you keep
Okay,
bringing
guys,
up Man
wait,
United?
guys, wait. No more debate, no more nothing. We'll talk about this next week after the results. Come, G, Chelsea as well as Bayern. Give me your score predictions. Don't comment, don't say anything. Just give me score predictions. Don't even justify it. For this for
Bayern
this
2-0.
round.
Bayern 2-0. Porto 2-1.
Okay, Shush.
Porto is more stable on form.
Bayern 2-1 and Porto Chelsea 1-1.
Okay, and then Kuli.
Chelsea 2-0. Bayern 2-1 to Bayern.
Okay, I'm going 3-2. To Bayern and Bayern to take it 3-2. And then Chelsea's bad. They're losing 2-0 tonight. Timo Werner is scoring no away goal. Screw that, man. Guys, man, it's been a great show, guys. Highly entertaining, highly charged.
Oh shit, man.
Hopefully, bro, big ups for being on the show, man. Hopefully,
Yeah,
this is the first of many, bro.
Many, bro. We've been needing an Arsenal guy to banter, bro. Like,
yeah.
we did it,
And
we
by the
did
way,
it.
Kateko, bro, you gotta come on the show, man.
Kateko, you need to be on the show,
Oh,
man.
man,
Next week, we need you on the show, man.
Yeah.
Katako made my night with all the comments today.
Next
Yeah,
week,
man.
same,
Shout out-
same time, same place, guys.
No,
Shout out
thanks
to
for having me.
Mpuli. Check him out on Twitter. Silent Revolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, thanks.
I'll
Check him out
follow
on Twitter.
soon after,
Silent
yeah.
Revolt. Shout out to Katleho. Shout out to Trevor in the comment sections, guys. It's been real. Always a lit show, man. Emotions flying around anywhere, man. That's what we're all about. Couch Pundies.
Check you
Deuces.
guys, like,
Kaya,
subscribe.
Hey,
and
guys,
share.
before you go, what's the lineup for today's games, Kaya? They're out now. You're able to check.
Are they out? Are they
Our
out? Let me
top
just
five.
check quickly.
Yeah.
Put them on the
Are
screen
you sure?
first. Let's
Are you sure they're out? All right,
It's
let me
8:00.
share. Let me share.
Game is at 9.
We already know what Liverpool's lineup is. I doubt they change it from the weekend.
Keita is in the lineup.
Keita.
Let's share.
Yeah,
Let's
Jota is
share.
striking.
True.
Who's in the
Jota's
lineup?
striking.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Can I
long
see
night.
it, guys?
Wait,
Man,
who's
what the
playing
hell is
Keita?
happening?
Yeah, Keita, Fabinho, Wijnaldum. Thiago's on the
Okay,
bench.
so Madrid.
Klopp, what's going on?
Okay,
It's gonna be a long night. Keita.
gonna be a long night.
Can I change my prediction?
But I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to press.
Nah, same here.
He's trying to press the old people. Modric,
Hey.
Casemiro, and Kroos are
senior
not gonna run
citizens.
90 minutes.
Yeah, the senior
not gonna run
citizens. He
90
wants to
minutes.
press the
Yeah.
senior citizens.
Yeah. We have to press the senior citizens.
I still think Liverpool win this. Just because of the influence that Diego Jota brings.
Nah,
No.
like I said, I'm taking this one 2-0 now, bro. I'm not gonna lose to a midfield of one. Fabian Keita.
We'll stop, bro. We'll have a discussion on Thursday.
Your midfield is old. We'll see.
Where's the creativity there, Jess? Where's the creativity there?
Dictator.
You don't need to be
bruh.
creative if they have
Navigators
the
are
fun
baller.
thing. You don't need to be creative if they have the fun thing.
They're gonna spam the ball. They're
You
gonna
can,
spam the ball.
you
They're
can
spamming
see,
the
yeah,
ball to
these guys are
Jota.
gonna park the bus literally. With Keita
Yes,
maybe
and they're gonna
trying
spam.
something.
They're spamming the ball to Jota. You know how Liverpool plays, right? It's just
Ah,
like
bruh, you can see this thing. Ah, come on, gents.
Ish,
This is
my
a
man's,
good.
my man's.
Yes, I need to be out. Time to
I'm
finish
Deuces,
this
happy,
one.
guys.
gents. Yeah, it's been great,
Yes.
man. Thursday. Let's make it a date on Thursday, gents. It's been real, man.
Thursday for
No
the
problem.
review of this week.
Yep.
No
For the
problem.
review of the
Alright.
Champions League.
Cheers,
And
gents.
then we can talk about Europa, at least
And then we
for
can talk
once.
about United.
Cheers,
Yeah, let's talk
guys.
about United. I hope I get Arsenal in the Europa segment.
Ah,
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
They
That's
won't
my
make
one
it
wish.
through.
match.
Bruce, they won't make
No,
it through.
we should make it no penalties. And let's just play football.
The only game you beat me this season, you won
Guys,
with a
bye-bye.
penalty. What are you talking about? Travis Scott won a penalty.
Guys, bye-bye.
Deuces.